Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the arrival of our guest of honor, the Right Honorable Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. Have a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Honorable and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem Negaraku, followed by the state anthem of Sarawak, Ibu Pertiwiku. Terima kasih. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera. Salam Sarawakku sayang. Salam keluarga Malaysia. Our guest of honor, the Right Honorable Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. The Honorable Datuk Sri Mustafa bin Muhammad, Minister in Prime Minister's Department, Economy, the Honorable Dr. Haji Hazlan bin Abang Hipni, Deputy Minister of Energy and Environmental Sustainability Sarawak, Yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Ahmad Suhaili Idrus, Chairman of MPRC, to all distinguished guests, Head of Departments, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon, a warm welcome and thank you for joining us for the official closing ceremony of the inaugural Sarawak OGSE Roadshow 2022, a well-attended event jointly organized by Sarawak Economic Planning Unit and Malaysia Petroleum Resources Corporation with over 600 invited delegates. It is truly an ideal platform for stakeholders in Sarawak OGSE sector to discuss the latest development, challenges and opportunities as well as initiatives under the National OGSE Industry Blueprint 2021-2030. How about a round of applause for our organizers EPU Sarawak and MPRC. Honorable and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we begin by first inviting Al-Fadhil Ustaz Suharman Haji Edward to lead the Doa recital. Al-Fadhil Ustaz Suharman, please.
أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين حمدا شاكرين حمدا حامدين حمدا يوافي نعمه ويكافئ مزيده يا ربنا لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك وعظيم سلطانك اللهم صل وسلم على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Ya Allah, the most gracious and the most benevolent, on this glorious day, and with the greatest of gratitude, we raise our hands seeking your blessings upon this official closing ceremony of Sarawak Oil and Gas Services and Equipment Roadshow 2022. By the Right Honorable Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Dr. Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, the Premier of Sarawak. Bless all the participants, the dignitaries, delegates, and those who are here with us with tranquility and happiness. Allahumma ya Allah, ya Fattah, ya Alim. Let this occasion be a part of our continuous efforts in doing good deeds and virtues. Please grace this occasion with your blessings and mercy. May we achieve all its noble aims and objectives. Render us the strength, diligence, and patience so that we can work together in building our nation towards a new height of advancement, progress, and excellence. With all the useful knowledge, valuable experience, and precious outcomes that we may gain from this occasion, please grant upon us the strength to benefit thereof, Ya Allah, for the enhancement of our religion, community, and nation. Allahumma ya Allah ya Dhal Jalal wal Ikram. Please safeguard our good relationship, mutual respects, and interactive solidarity. Please fill our hearts with the earnest of sincerity and patience. Guide us to the correct path. Provide us with thy light as against darkness, and keep us away from evils, whether they are deliberate and visible or otherwise. Please keep us clear from dangers and adversities, disasters and calamities, from all sources and causes that could jeopardize us, our communities, and our state, and our nation, with your all-embracing mercy and protection, Ya Allah. Please bless Sarawak and Malaysia with peace, progress, and glory forever. Allahumma ja'al jam'an hadha jam'an marhuma. وتفرقنا من بعده تفرقا معصوما ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار اللهم بك نستعين وعليك نتوكل وأنت رب العرش العظيم ارحمنا يا ربنا فإنك أنت أرحم الراحمين وصلى الله عليه وسلم على خير خلقه محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Terima kasih. We thank our Fadil Ustaz Suharman Haji Edward for the dua recital. Ladies and gentlemen, we now have the pleasure to invite the Honourable Datuk Seri Mustafa bin Muhammad, Minister and Prime Minister's Department Economy, to deliver his speech. The Honourable Datuk Seri, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam keluarga Malaysia. Yang menghormat Datuk Tinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Zohari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Openg, Premier of Sarawak. Yang menghormat Dr. Hazlan Abang Hipni, Deputy Minister of Energy and Environmental Sustainability Sarawak. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Amar Dr. Hamid Bugo, Chairman Petroleum Sarawak Berhad. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Amar Dr. Haji Abdul Aziz Datuk Haji Hussein, Chairman Sarawak Economic Development Corporation. Yang berbahagia Datuk Suhaili, Chairman of Mrpc, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to be here at the inaugural Sarawak Oil and Gas Services and Equipment Roadshow 2022, jointly hosted by the Sarawak Economic Planning Unit and the Malaysian Petroleum Resources Corporation, Mrpc. Let me begin by thanking the Premier of Sarawak for graciously attending this very important occasion. And let me also thank the Sarawak State Government for extending very close cooperation to ensure the success of this very important event. Thank you, Premier. The Sarawak OGSC Roadshow 2022 marks the second of a series of roadshows hosted around the country to promote the National OGSC Industry Blueprint 2021-2030. The first roadshow was held a couple of weeks ago in Kuala Terengganu. Ladies and gentlemen, the oil and gas industry has faced very challenging times in recent years. Global developments, including the Arab Spring in late 2010, the plunge in oil prices in 2014, and COVID-19 pandemic have deeply impacted the industry. Now the world is faced with an even more significant challenge. The war in Ukraine and the subsequent sanctions on Russia have led to a lot of uncertainty and volatility in the commodities market. It has also highlighted the importance of energy security and self-sufficiency. Energy prices, significantly oil, have spiked to triple-digit levels, putting upward pressure on prices globally. As one of Asia-Pacific's largest producers and exporters, we're not impervious to these challenges. The budget 2022 was presented assuming that the average Brent crude oil price will be around $66 per barrel. The year-to-date Brent crude oil price currently stands at about $106 per barrel, a gap of about $40. On fuel alone, subsidies may go up to about 30 billion ringgit this year, over 170% higher than 11 billion ringgit spent in 2021. Economies worldwide have also been impacted, with consumers facing big increases in the cost of living. Despite all this, oil and gas remains an essential driver of growth and a key pillar of Malaysia's development agenda. The 12th Malaysia Plan highlights how this industry would play a role in closing regional gaps between lagging and high-income states, building a more inclusive society, and ensuring energy sustainability in the long term. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the significant progress made in the last 3 decades, our GSC industry is not without its challenges. In recent years, the industry has become increasingly fragmented. 90% of OGSC companies consist of small and medium enterprises, SMEs. Besides that, there is a high concentration of low complexity work. These factors have inhibited industry players from building financial strength and developing export-ready products and services. The OJSC blueprint, launched in April last year, outlines a way forward for the industry to develop a robust, resilient, and globally competitive Malaysian OJSC sector. The blueprint is premised on 4 strategic pillars: competitiveness, resilience, sustainability, and national development. They are anchored on 31 initiatives, of which 21 have been operationalized since the launch of the blueprint last year. 19 of them are ahead on track to achieve targets this year. We need our OJSC players to reach greater technological sophistication and employ more skilled talent. To support this aim, the government, via Mrpc, has initiated the OJSC Development Grant, with total fund amounting to 25 million ringgit over a period of 5 years, from 2021 to 2025. The funds will be disbursed through matching grants provided to local OJSC companies. To date, 30 companies have received approval for the assistance, with close to 7 million ringgit committed thus far, with about 20% for Sarawak-based companies. Ladies and gentlemen, the blueprint will also play an essential role in moving OJSC companies to relevant industries as we heed the call to address climate change and transition away from fossil fuels into renewables. As the world shifts towards using energy from clean and sustainable sources, such as renewables, more opportunities will emerge in this new growth area. Thus, OJSC players should equip themselves with the right skill sets as well as technology to secure growth in this new area. On top of this, capability and competency building in new growth areas beyond the traditional oil and gas is essential for OJSC players to enhance resilience and remain competitive amidst the global energy transition. In the short to medium term, the OJSC blueprint calls for the adoption of ESG elements in the industry. The adoption of ESG will send a proper signal to foreign investors and enhance our attractiveness as an investment destination for green-related FDIs. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm encouraged to note Sarawak's efforts in spearheading the country's renewable energy agenda. The establishment of the Ministry of Energy and Environmental Sustainability Sarawak is a testament to Sarawak's commitment to balanced economic growth and environmental sustainability. At the recent World Hydrogen 2022 Summit, an exhibition held in the Netherlands, the Premier has outlined Sarawak's aspiration to be a region for clean, green investment and be a significant provider of renewable energy, primarily hydrogen. Sarawak's post-COVID-19 Development Strategy 2030 strongly emphasizes environmental sustainability and achieving energy transition through exploring more opportunities in renewable energy. This will not only be crucial in tackling climate change in line with the 2030 agenda, but also in achieving sustainable socio-economic development through the creation of high-value income-generating opportunities. In a short while, some key oil and gas industry players, including the Sarawak Economic Development Corporation, Petronas, Sarawak Shell Berhad, and PTTEP HK Offshore Limited, will sign an agreement to build a complex of onshore plants within the petrochemical industrial park in Bintulu. I'm optimistic that this collaboration will facilitate further progress in Sarawak's oil and gas industry. It also has the potential to create valuable opportunities for the OJSC community and catalyze the industry as a whole. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, I would like once again to extend my sincere gratitude to the Premier for gracing this occasion, to the Sarawak State Government for being gracious co-hosts for this event with Mrpc. Thank you all for taking the time to attend the Sarawak OJSC Roadshow 2022. May this roadshow mark the continued collaboration between the federal and state government in the spirit of keluarga Malaysia. Sekali lagi saya merakamkan setinggi penghargaan atas kesudian yang amat hormat Premier untuk menutup dengan rasminya roadshow ini, dan saya mengucapkan tahniah juga kepada semua yang bertanggungjawab, khususnya UPN Negeri Sarawak dan Mrpc kerana telah bersama-sama untuk menjayakan program yang saya fahamkan mendapat sambutan yang amat membanggakan. Yang hadir dalam roadshow ini lebih daripada 500 orang, dan ini membuktikan bahawa peluang-peluang di Sarawak ini adalah amat cerah sekali, bukan sahaja dalam bidang OJSE tetapi juga dalam bidang-bidang sektor ekonomi yang lain. Dengan itu, saya sudahi dengan ucapan terima kasih sekali lagi kepada Yang Berhormat Premier dan Kerajaan Negeri Sarawak. Sekian, wabillahi taufik. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih. We thank the Honourable Datuk Seri Mustafa bin Mohamed, Minister and Prime Minister's Department Mrpc, for his address. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives us great pleasure now to invite our guest of honor, the Right Honourable Datuk Petinggi Tan Sri Dr. Abang Haji Abdul Rahman Johari bin Tun Datuk Abang Haji Upeng, Premier of Sarawak, on stage to deliver his speech. The Right Honourable Datuk Petinggi, please.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam keluarga Malaysia dan salam Sarawakku sayang. Yang berhormat Datuk Seri Mustafa bin Mohamed, Menteri di Jabatan Perdana Menteri Hal Ehwal Ekonomi. Yang berhormat Saudara Dr. Hazlan Timbalan, Menteri Tenaga dan Kelestarian Alam Sekitar. Yang berbahagia Datuk Dr. Ahmad Suhaili Idrus, MPRC Chairman. Yang berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Amal Hamid Bugo, Pengerusi Petros. Dan yang berbahagia Tan Sri Datuk Ahmad Aziz, Pengerusi SCDC, Dep jemputan, seterusnya tuan-tuan, puan-puan yang saya hormati sekalian. Pertama, saya mengucap setinggi penghargaan dan terima kasih kepada pihak penganjur kerana memberi saya penghormatan petang ini untuk mesenikan penutupan roadshow SGE yang berada di Sarawak ini. Saya mengucap tahniah kepada kedua-dua pihak, EPU Sarawak dan juga partner, kerana telah dapat menjayakan roadshow yang sangat penting dalam kita memaju dan memacukan lagi ekonomi kita. Ladies and gentlemen, I am delighted to be present in this afternoon to deliver closing remarks for the Sarawak Oil and Gas Services and Equipment OOGSE Roadshow 2022. First and foremost, I would like to congratulate our speakers, panelists and participants for your valuable contribution that helped to make this OGSE Roadshow a success. Sarawak OGSE Roadshow 2022 is a very important platform for the oil and gas industry players together explore and venture towards sustainable value creation of the industry. The oil and gas industry will continue to grow with the development of new industries which practices responsible and sustainable consumption and production while creating inclusive socio-economic growth. The signing of the heads of agreement between our leading oil and gas players, namely Petronas, PTTEP, HK Offshore Limited, and Sarawak Shell Berhad for Sarawak Integrated Sour Gas Evacuation System (SISGAS) project is a significant milestone for Sarawak to ensure a sustainable gas supply for both industry and domestic market. With availability of gas supply, we will be able to spur and diversify our economic growth towards high-value downstream industry besides creating new industries. This reaffirms Sarawak's commitment to maintain a stable and conducive business and investment environment for sustainable growth of the oil and gas industry, both upstream and downstream. I am optimistic that with exemption of Sarawak from the Gas Distribution Act and given full authority under our Gas Distribution Ordinance, the state is able to chart its way forward confidently under our gas distribution blueprint to further spur development in Sarawak oil and gas industry, both upstream and downstream. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarawak's position herself as an attractive investment destination driven by private sector. Energy plays a key role in this development. Therefore, it is critical for us to ensure long-term sustainability of our energy source. With growing concern and urgency in tackling climate change, the global energy landscape is witnessing a major transformation towards affordable, reliable, and clean energy. For this reason, there is no choice between protecting the environment and growing the economy. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to emphasize that Sarawak is moving towards low-carbon future and renewable hydrogen and green society. The journey towards net zero carbon emission requires us to focus on clean energy solutions to capture opportunities in the energy transition. Sarawak is well positioned to capture this new growth opportunity and create energy transition towards safe, responsible, and cost-effective with abated emissions. With the recent passing of the amendments to the Land Code, Sarawak now has a good start to regulate carbon capture, utilization and storage, CCUS, activities within our territory. CCUS is based on proven technologies that have been in operation with the element of capture, transport, and storage. CCUS plays a key role in the energy transition space. It is essential for decarbonization of the hydrocarbon portfolios and heavy industries. I have, during my recent visit to Shell's Energy Transition Campus in Amsterdam, explored what Shell has to offer in the CCUS technology space. I believe this is one of the fields that we can capitalize and explore further with close collaboration between government, industry, and investors. I strongly believe that the provision of sustainable energy is prerequisite to sustainable economic and social development. We are committed to maintain at least 60% of our power generation capacity mix from renewable sources by 2030. This presents vital pathways for economic growth as well as income-generating activities. Sarawak can be a haven for nature-based solution projects. There are also now relevant legislation to govern carbon within the ambit of nature-based solution. What is clear, the rights to carbon within Sarawak natural landscape reside here in Sarawak and reaffirmed by the recent amendment to the Sarawak Forestry Ordinance. Leveraging on low carbon opportunities in nature-based solution, coupled with technology, Sarawak now transitions to build a hydrogen economy. Sarawak shall create an ideal ecosystem for hydrogen economy to be pioneer in Asia Pacific to explore, innovate, and produce green hydrogen. This initiative requires, among others, engineering expertise throughout the value chain, especially during the engineering, procurement, construction, and commissioning (EPCC) stage. Ladies and gentlemen, currently 88% of oil and gas companies, including Sarawak, have developed their sustainability governance structure to ensure the implementation of sustainable business strategy and practices. Under the National OGSE Industry Blueprint 2030, various initiatives have been introduced to facilitate OGSE companies to move into higher value and sustainable verticals. This initiative will help our industrial players to harness efficiency and grow their business sustainably to compete abroad and across sector, widen industry stream and profitability. OGSE companies in Sarawak should tap into these opportunities, particularly OGSE Development Grant, Export Promotion, and Human Capital Development. At the same time, Sarawak OGSE companies should practice the highest level of health, safety, and environment standard by incorporating environment, social, and governance (ESG) standard. Ladies and gentlemen, I trust this roadshow has provided you valuable insight into the Sarawak strategic direction in ensuring sustainable value creation for the oil and gas industry. This platform also marks the beginning of a robust collaboration for the OGSE company in Sarawak to create a sustainable, affordable, and reliable energy for the future. I am optimistic with the advancement of all parties into the new frontier. We, the government and public sectors, will bring Sarawak oil and gas development to greater peak. Together, we will achieve the aspiration of our post-COVID-19 development strategy, PCDS 2030, and contributing to the prosperity of our nation as a whole. Sekian, saya sudahi dengan Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, sir. Please remain on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, may we once again invite the Honorable Datuk Seri Mustafa bin Mohamad, Minister in the Prime Minister's Department, along with all our guests from the main row, from the main seats, to join and accompany the Right Honorable Premier of Sarawak to witness the signing of HOA. May we invite all the signatories as well. We would also like to invite Mr. Chris Pohang Uji, Head of Malaysian Lang Lebah Project PTTEP HK Offshore Limited, to be on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, our signatories are from SCDC, it's GM yang berusaha Tuan Haji Abdul Hadi, Datuk Haji Abdul Kadir. From Petronas, Puan Maslina Awang, SGM Governance and Strategic Relations, Malaysia Petroleum Management. Mr. Richard Koh, GM Project Malaysia for Sarawak Shell Berhad. And last but not least, from PTTEP, Dr. Terapol Punsiri, Country Manager, PTTEP HK Offshore Limited. Briefly, ladies and gentlemen, the Sarawak State Government via Sarawak Economic Development Corporation (SCDC) entered into a heads of agreement with Petronas, Sarawak Shell Berhad and PTTEP HK Offshore Limited for a long-term lease of land within Bintulu's Petrochemical Industrial Park to build a complex of onshore plants, and these form part of Sarawak Integrated Sour Gas Evacuation System, also known as SISGAS project, touted to be the catalyst for development of untapped sour gas resources. This will also help contribute to the sustainable growth of the oil and gas industry in Sarawak. And of course, marking this great partnership with a selfie. I reckon the agreement is all signed. Yes. Agreement is signed and sealed. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause? Congratulations to all parties. And now we invite all our signatories to stand up and hold up, show the signed HOA or heads of agreement. Stand together with our guest of honor. And we invite everyone to come to the floor. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause, please. A definite historic moment. Again, we request all the signatories to remain on stage for another round of photo opportunity. Can we have the table to be cleared so that everybody will be standing in a lovely one single straight line. I just love to see the expression of our signatories, the joy of this wonderful collaboration partnership, marking it with a selfie. Again, we invite our official photographers to direct our guest of honor along with all our distinguished guests. So congratulations to SCDC, Petronas, Sarawak Shablahan and PTTEP on the signing of the HOA or Heads of Agreement. It truly is a momentous occasion. Again, we request everyone to remain on stage. I think it's only right to invite all the organizing committee members from both EPU Sarawak and Mrpc to join the Right Honourable Premier of Sarawak along with all our distinguished guests, capturing this wonderful moment. It has been a great and a successful Sarawak OGSE Roadshow 2022. Kita persilakan semua committee members daripada EPU dan juga Mrpc untuk naik ke atas pentas. Silakan untuk merakamkan detik yang bersejarah ini, di mana Sarawak OGSE Roadshow 2022 telah dijayakan. Sekali lagi kita berikan tepukan gemuruh hadirin.